Welcome back to The Explainer. Look, if you're an engineering fresher or manufacturing pro hunting for that next big career move, you are literally in the perfect place. Today, we're breaking down the upcoming Michelin Chennai manufacturing recruitment drive for 2026. You can think of this explainer as your ultimate step-by-step roadmap for navigating this huge hiring event. We're going to cover exactly what roles are up for grabs, what you actually need to qualify, what kind of paycheck you can expect, and the super strict rules you've got to follow on walk-in day. Okay, let's dive into this.
So here's the game plan for today. First, the Michelin opportunity. Second, open roles and responsibilities. Third, eligibility and salary expectations. Fourth, the 6-step selection process. And finally, your walk-in day playbook.
Starting off with Section 1, the Michelin opportunity, understanding the global powerhouse.
Now, when we say Michelin, we aren't just talking about any company. We're talking about a massive global powerhouse. This French multinational is literally one of the absolute largest tire manufacturers on the planet. And they don't just make tires for your everyday passenger car, right? They're building them for huge trucks, buses, two-wheelers, and even highly specialized industrial and agricultural equipment. But here is why this matters for you. Their facilities, especially this plant near Chennai, are incredibly advanced. We're talking heavy use of automation. So this isn't just about heavy lifting, it's high-tech, modern manufacturing at its finest.
Moving into Section 2, open roles and responsibilities, finding your fit on the floor.
First up is the production operator. This role is really the heartbeat of the factory. You're right out there on the manufacturing floor getting your hands dirty. You'll be operating the production machines, keeping a close eye on the manufacturing processes, and handling the loading and unloading of materials. Plus, you're the front line for quality control, doing inspections to make sure everything hits Michelin's crazy high global standards. And obviously, in a major plant, strictly following safety procedures and hitting those production targets is a must. If you've got a diploma in mechanical, electrical, or electronics, or a BE or B.Tech and you love hands-on work, this is absolutely right up your alley.
Next, we've got the forklift driver. Think about it. A factory of this massive scale just doesn't work without flawless logistics. You're basically keeping the whole place moving. You'll be transporting raw materials right to the production lines, moving finished goods, loading up pallets, and handling general warehouse operations, all while strictly maintaining safety standards. For this one, they really prefer folks who already have forklift operation experience, know their way around material handling, or have spent some solid time in a warehouse setting.
Now, what's really interesting here is the technological evolution of modern manufacturing. PLC stands for Programmable Logic Controller. These are the specialized industrial computers that act like the brains running all those complex automated processes on the factory floor. And Michelin relies on them heavily.
Because they rely so much on that automation tech, the third open role is the automation maintainer, specifically for PLCs. Your entire mission here is to keep these highly automated production machines running flawlessly. You're troubleshooting the PLC-controlled systems, doing rigorous preventative maintenance, looking after tricky sensors and actuators, and diagnosing complex electrical faults. Basically, your ultimate goal is monitoring the automation to drastically reduce machine downtime. Because if a machine stops, production stops. To land this critical gig, you'll need a specialized background in electrical, electronics, mechatronics, instrumentation, or automation engineering.
All right, Section 3. Eligibility and salary expectations, checking your qualifications and compensation.
0 to 5. That right there is the magic number for your required years of experience. And I really want to emphasize this strongly. Absolute freshers with 0 experience are fully encouraged to apply. No experience? No problem. It's a massive opportunity to kickstart your career. But hey, if you aren't a fresher and you have up to 5 years of relevant industry experience, you are equally eligible to step up and grab one of these roles.
As for the specific education, they are casting a pretty wide net to find the right talent. Accepted qualifications include a diploma, a Bachelor of Engineering, or a Bachelor of Technology. So, whether you've got a diploma or a full engineering degree, the doors are completely wide open for you at this drive. And this brilliantly illustrates the financial progression you're likely looking at based on regional standards. Freshers with a diploma can expect a starting range somewhere between 18,000 and 25,000 rupees a month, while fresher BE or B.Tech grads are looking at 22,000 to 35,000. Now, if you bring 2 to 5 years of experience to the table, you're bumping up into the 30,000 to 50,000 plus range. And for those specialized in PLC maintenance, you're looking at 35,000 to 60,000 plus rupees a month. Keep in mind, though, your exact take-home is going to vary based on your specific role and things like shift allowances.
Moving right along to Section 4, the 6-step selection process. knowing what to expect on the day.
Let's move to and see how this builds from the absolute second you walk through the factory gates. It's a bit of a gauntlet with 6 steps. Step 1 is document verification. If your papers aren't right, you don't proceed. Simple as that. Past that, and Step 2 is an aptitude and technical screening to test your baseline knowledge. Pass there, and you face Step 3, the deep dive technical interview. Step 4 is the HR interview, just making sure you're a solid cultural fit. Step 5 is a mandatory medical examination to ensure you're physically fit for the demands of the floor. Clear all of those hurdles, and you finally hit Step 6, offer release. It's intense for sure, but knowing the sequence means you can mentally prep for each one.
Finally, Section 5, your walk-in day playbook. Strict rules and logistics.
Listen closely, because this is the most critical piece of intel. The date is June 6th, 2026. The official reporting window is 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. But here is the insider tip you literally cannot ignore. Arrive before 8 a.m. Seriously, major manufacturing companies routinely shut down registration early the second they hit their maximum crowd capacity. Do not risk showing up at 10:30 only to find the gates locked tight. Be early.
So, where exactly are you heading? The location is the Michelin India plant in the A1 Sipcot Industrial Park. That's in Thurvoy Kandigai Village, Gumadipundi in the Thiruvallur district right near Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Do yourself a massive favor. Map out your travel route the night before. Figure out your transportation. Punctuality is everything here.
Now, let's talk about the number 6 one more time, but this time it's about the super strict 6-month cooling period rule. If you have attended any Michelin interview or been part of any Michelin hiring process in the last 6 months, you are instantly disqualified from this drive. No exceptions. You cannot reapply until that full 6-month window has completely passed. If that applies to you, just save yourself the trip.
Assuming you're completely clear to attend, what do you actually need in your hands? For that crucial first step, document verification, it is mandatory to carry a valid government ID, like your Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, or passport. You also absolutely need 2 printed copies of your CV or resume. And honestly, it is highly recommended to bring your educational and experience certificates, recent passport-size photos, and your latest salary slips if you're an experienced candidate. Whatever you do, do not show up empty-handed.
And finally, the dress code. So, the crucial point is this. Manufacturing facilities have absolutely non-negotiable safety requirements. Fully covered shoes are strictly mandatory. That means safety shoes, formal shoes, or even sports shoes as long as they have closed toes. Do not, under any circumstances, show up in sandals, slippers, or any open footwear. If you do, security will turn you away at the gate. No questions asked. Safety is step 0.
Well, we've covered the roles, the paychecks, and your strict playbook for June 6th. You now hold the roadmap to enter a massive, highly automated Michelin plant. But here is the real question I want to leave you with. As global manufacturing becomes increasingly driven by robotics and PLCs, are you ready to drive your manufacturing career forward with Michelin? Gather up those documents, double-check your shoes, and go conquer that interview. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.